Hi everybody and welcome to my attempt this week on the BBO weekly free instant tournament, where I try and show the importance of counting out the hand for beginners and intermediate players. So we'll get started. Instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournament. Yes. And boards of history. Okay, board one. 7-card diamond suit, a 4-card heart suit, King X of spades. My hand's declarer. This is a very powerful hand. And it's harder to bid with the robot system than it is in ACOL, because I have to start with 1 diamond, which might be a 3-card suit. 2 clubs. So it's non-game forcing 2/1. 9 to 11 high card points. So that's enough for going for game, but they've gone past hearts and spades. So unless they're going to reverse and then bid hearts, we're going to play in diamonds. Let me see what the robot thinks 3 diamonds is. 16 to 22 total points. That's me. So I'm going to bid 3 diamonds. 3 no trumps by the robot. There's a partial stop in spades, partial stop in hearts, clubs. 3 minus diamonds. And so well, partner's got enough of a stop in spades, then 3 no trumps should be a good score. Could 6 diamonds be a good contract is the next question. I think we've settled that we'll try 3 no trumps rather than 5 diamonds. The robot wants to play there. I'm always a bit dubious about these partial stops, but 3 no trumps tends to score better than 5 in a minor. But could we make 6 of a minor? Partner's got points in clubs. Does it look good? 5 plus clubs, in fact. Okay, well, we'll pass and hope that we're going to get a good score by playing in no trumps. Do attack spades, but partner has the king of diamonds, which gives us 7 tricks. The clubs are not a lot of use, but we can knock out the ace of hearts, and then we'll be fine. So 2 of spades is led. If we play low and the ace goes up, we've got 2 spade stops, and the jack goes, we've still got a spade stop. Yeah, so playing low will leave us with a spade stop. Right, so we've still got a spade stop. We know all the diamonds are going to be good. So we can just set up the hearts now. Notice that we're missing 3 aces, so they have to cash their aces now. Maybe this is one of them. Remember, this is the hand they can see. They can't see the north hand. So there we go. I can win the 10 of spades. The 7 diamonds are going to be good. Those hearts are all good. I can throw the 10 of hearts away. And now I can just claim the rest of the tricks. %78%. Obviously, I imagine quite a lot of people did the same. Nobody did better. Some people didn't make as many tricks, and some people only bid 2 diamonds and got passed out. I went to 5 diamonds, which was making, and some people went down in 3 no trumps. Presumably they got yeah, I wonder what they got. They got spade lead. What? They still played 3 no trumps in the right moment, but they just misplay it. Yeah, they got the 2 of spades lead. So I presumably didn't play on hearts. Right, let's move on to the next board, which is 17 points, 6-card club suit. Not a very nice 6-card club suit. It is 17 points though. I haven't got any singletons. In practice, you tend to open one no trouble with the robots. 2 clubs, Stamen, 2 diamonds, no for a card major. 3 spades is this convention called Smollen. So they have 5 hearts and 4 spades, which is good news because we've got the minors sewn up. So we can just bid 3 no trumps here. I'll get passed out. Then lead clubs. Queen's led from there. So that would tend to suggest the jack is there as well. And we're not likely to be able to pick that up. So we've got 2 diamonds. We can expect, because we've got all these clubs, we expect to lose 1 club trick, but to make 5 of them. And we can make 4 spades. We're just got to be careful with our entries here. I'd like to get to those spades, but we'll make it rather obvious, I suppose, that hearts is the thing to attack. Don't think so. Well, I think we're going to preserve the ace of clubs as an entry. Come round here, win the king of clubs, cash our 2 spades to unblock them. I hope nobody's discarding at this point. They're not. I'm going to go over to the ace of clubs. Oh, and the jack drops. Oh, superb. Right. So now I'm going to throw hearts away from my hand. Keep the diamonds. Because all these clubs are good with the queen and jack having fallen under the ace and king. Just going to throw the diamond from dummy and try and make the robots think they have to keep hearts. The robots are generally quite good at just one of them keeping hearts and the other one keeping diamonds. So I'm not expecting to make 13 tricks here. No. There we go. So 96% for that one. So what was happening at other tables? Some only making +1. Some people going down, some people in 5 clubs. Right. So not too bad to start with. Move across to the next hand, which I've got 14 points. Just to remind you, this is a best hand tournament. None of the other hands can have more than 14 points. They can have the same number of points and a much better distribution, but no one can have more. So we've got our 14 points. We've got to open a heart, and if partner responds a spade, we can raise them. Otherwise, we'll probably be bidding some no trumps. 1 heart, 2 clubs from partner, which is a forcing 2 over 1. They're showing 14 plus points. They're forcing to 3 no trumps. 2 spades from here, overcall, twice rebiddable spades. Well, I've got these 4 spades here. They're vulnerable. What would double be? Well, I think it's forcing to 3 no trumps, so they're not. If I pass, it just says no suitable call, but that will leave this hand free to do something. So, and it might double, in which case we could probably pass because they don't seem to have many tricks outside of spades. So I'm going to pass now, which is forcing, because this hand's forced to 3 no trumps, they can't really pass it. I'm hoping they'll reopen with a double. Oh well, looks like they have 3 card heart support. Right, hopefully short spades. So perhaps I should have bid 2 no trumps. We'll see when the opening lead comes. Yep, because we expect them to win the first 2 spades and then get a rough on the 3rd round of spades, because they can probably rough higher than the 9. Hopefully that will be So 6 spades there. And they're probably going to play a third round. I don't really want them to rough. I thought they would. Throw a club away. Hopefully they've roughed from 4 hearts. Right. Not 5 at least. Right. Right, so that's that. My 10 of spades can go away on the 4th round of diamonds or the 2nd round of clubs. I've got no more trumps, in fact, to draw because they've roughed once. So all their trumps have gone. Because we had 5, dummy had 3, that was 8. So they had 5. And they roughed once, that's one of them, and they followed to 2 rounds each. So that's another 4. So there are no more hearts in either of their hands. So we can just claim here. 20. Right. That was only 46% because 3 no trumps here. No, somebody did manage to get 2 spades doubled. How did they get to there? So they did double with my hand and the robot passed. And I was worried the robot wouldn't pass. I thought they might pass. I would have doubled myself. You saw me thinking about it. But otherwise, we just get to 4 hearts and they take those 3 tricks. Oh, well, all right. You live and learn. It's like when I looked at the meaning of double, it said it was forcing to 3 no trumps. Therefore, I thought the robot wouldn't pass it. But it always looked like doubling 2 spades was going to be a good score. Yeah, if they could play in 2 spades doubled, they'd get a good score. So here we've got a very horrible 14 points, really. Intermediates are not great, but I'm not going to upgrade this to 1 no trump. It's much more something we want to play in 1 of a suit if we can find a fit. So let's open 1 club. And heart from partner, we'll bid our spades. And they do have 4 spades. 10 to 12 total points. They've got hearts and spades. Hopefully they don't have too many clubs, too many losers anywhere. Oh, this is quite close. At imps, I'd be sure to bid it because I think it's making a fair proportion of the time. Partner has to have the right cards, but only 10 to 12 total points. 11 minus, they're past hand originally, 11 minus, yes. So we're past hand originally. They do actually need quite a lot of distribution. We need high cards in spades rather than hearts, and we need shortage in clubs. Nope, I think I'm going to pass this now because there's not. Yeah. So they do have those high cards. It looks like it depends on the heart finesse. But still actually quite a few losers to take care of. Right, so if we look at that as the master hand, we need to rough a diamond in our hand and then set up the hearts over there. So I think that's, I might try roughing. I might try and go for all the marbles and get 2 roughs. So I'm going to put the ace of heart finesse, because I'm not setting up my hand, I'm setting up dummy's hand. I'm going to try and rough that 7 of hearts now. Doesn't look great because they've led a trump. They got 5 hearts on my right. No, so that's good. I've got my heart rough. Now I'm going to try and get my diamond rough. And now I'm going to try and draw trumps. And they broke. Whereas we had 4 in each hand, that's 8. They had 5. They all followed for 2 rounds, that's 4. And that's their last one. And our Jack of Hearts is a winner. And Spades is a winner, but I don't think we're going to throw away their winning club. So this may not be a good score. It's 75%. So there's probably some people bidding and making 4 spades and 3 no trumps, but a lot of people going down in 4 spades. Those of us who bid 3 spades made it with an over trick. So I think the crucial thing about that hand, if we just have a quick look at the decision we had to make, is here that we can either play, because we've got a 4-4 fit, we can take roughs in either hand. The first rough we can take in either hand, and that will gain us a trick. After that, we can only gain tricks by roughing in what is now the short trump hand, in the same hand. So if we rough in the same hand twice, that gains us 2 tricks. But if we rough in one hand once and once in the other hand, we only gain 1 trick, and it weakens our trumps. So when you have a 4-4 fit, you'd be looking to rough twice in one of the suits. That will gain you 2 tricks. So here we had this King of Clubs lead, and this hand it's Jack. So they were they could have carried on with clubs, but they switched to diamonds. So now you've got a choice. You can either play to set up the clubs by roughing a couple of clubs in the north hand, or we can play to set up hearts. And notice that you don't gain anything by taking the heart finesse, by leaving the queen, the king goes on, the ace goes on, to play the jack, but then there's still the 10 and the 9 here. So the idea has to be, we want to rough, we play hearts by playing the ace and then low to the queen jack. The king's here, it goes up, then the queen and jack are both winners and we don't need any roughs. If the queen or jack loses to the king, we've still got the jack as a winner, and we've got one low one which we want to rough. And we also want to rough the 3rd round of diamonds in this hand. So if we can rough twice in this hand, we'll gain 2 tricks by doing so. So that's the aim. But notice we need the entries to get back, to get 2 roughs in our hand. And we can't use the trumps, because if we use the trumps as entries, we won't be able to do it. So the technique is keep the king of diamonds in there. Use the ace of diamonds in my hand. Now don't go for the diamond rough yet. Go for the hearts rough first. That's what we did. The hearts. King. There's the 2 of hearts. That's obviously a worry if that hand had 5 hearts, but we have to rough low. And that's heart, but that leaves us with the jack of hearts as a winner. And so now we can go for the diamond rough. And that's why we did that, because we're in this hand after the heart rough, we needed an entry to dummy, and that's the king of diamonds. So now if we'd taken the diamond rough first, there would have been no convenient entry to dummy. Playing another club would have conceded a trick, and they would have got a rough. So next we get our diamond rough, and now we can just draw trumps. We hope they're 3-2, but you can see we just do that. We draw the trumps, and our jack of hearts we carefully created as a winner. That's theirs. 4 of spades as a winner, and in the end they're going to take their club trick. So it's planning ahead there. We had to work out which hand we were going to set up, and from the lead, it was obvious when they led the king of clubs that the ace of clubs was in this hand as well, sat over the queen, and these spots were pretty bad. So it was far better to try and set up dummies hearts, Yeah. And ruff twice in this hand to gain 2 tricks. But it was important to ruff the heart first so that we had an entry back to there. If we'd ruffed the diamond first, we'd have played the ace of hearts, played a heart to the queen, this hand wins. And if they play back a heart as they did when we played it, that would have been fine. But if they played something else, we'd not have had the convenient entry back to the north hand. So that about playing a 4-4 pit, ruffing twice in the same hand gains you 2 tricks, but ruffing once in each hand only gains you 1 trick and weakens your trumps. So that's something to bear in mind when you're playing in a 4-4 fit. So I've got flat 16 count, robot system, that's 1 with a trump. And that's where we're going to play it. And right, so this is quite a nice lead. Notice we've got 8, 9, 10. So we're going to cover this, they'll cover it, and we'll win. And now after the king's, then because it's slight problem, we will try and create another winner for ourselves. We can create another winner, but at the expense of a loser. And we've got these clubs to set up. Hearts are a bit of a worry. Diamonds, they can take a couple off the top, but then we've got another couple of tricks. So we'd like to play clubs by taking a finesse from dummy, but we don't really have any convenient entries to dummy unless the 10 of spades stands up. Which it doesn't. So I'm just going to play the clubs. We've got 9 clubs, so they've got 4. I'll try and keep the entries flexible. There's the king. And the king was offside, so the finesse wouldn't have been any good. Well, that's nice of them. The 9. There's the queen. So now, remember, there was 10-9 there. And they've played the queen jack from the east hand. I played the ace king from my hand. So the 8 of spades is now a winner. It's important to keep track of all these. So we've got 3 tricks so far. The 8 of spades is 4. We can make 3 club tricks is 7. We now have to think about how we can set up some more tricks. Obviously, we can set up 1 heart trick, but in doing that, we will have opened up the hearts for them. They can, our 1 heart trick will set them up. So they've got, by rights, they've got 3 tricks, a heart and 2 diamonds. That's, if we play diamonds, they can't play hearts really without giving us a chance to set up 2 heart tricks. So really, we're playing for our 10th trick here by playing on diamonds. We lost 1. Right, this hand can't play hearts safely. So they're playing spades. It's interesting. The 3. Remember, I had 4. Dummy had 2. So we had 6. They had 7. The odds are this hand is not out of spades. And they're going to cash another spade when they get in. So perhaps that wasn't a good idea. Perhaps I should just have set up the 1 heart trick. I'm now going to rely on them not being able to get to their spade trick. Yes, I should just have set up the heart because I only had the 1 spade slot. Throw a card away, I'll throw the 5 of hearts away, and I'll play the 4 of hearts. Here's the ace, and here comes another spade. Hopefully they won't switch to a diamond. 6 of spades. 7 diamonds away, but they are going to switch to a diamond. They're good at that. Yeah. I could have made 9 tricks, and I'm only making this now because dummy is good once I win the queen of hearts. So this will be a very bad score. That was my fault for not considering that they could play spades and set up a spade trick besides those 3 top red cards they had. 53%. I don't deserve 53% for that. I played that very badly. I should have got 92% from one no trump plus 2. Sorry, that was still in first place, but that wasn't good. We're on to board 6 now. We've got 17 points. Am I going? So if I open this hand 1 heart, I get a response from partner that doesn't support hearts. I can't, like 1 spade, I can't rebid 1 no trump because that shows 12 to 14. I think I've just got to upgrade the intermediates and treat it as 18. That's better. I can open 1 no trump, but then we might miss a 5-3 heart bit. So I'm going to treat it at 18 points and aim to rebig 2 no trumps. We're going to open a heart. And 3 hearts from partner. So this is a fit we might have missed. So this is a limit raise, standard thing, 10 to 12 points. Should have enough for game. So it's likely to be the over tricks that matter at pairs. So we bid 4 hearts. Jack of diamonds against 4 hearts. Well, I don't think they've led that from King Jack. There's quite a chance it's from a singleton. So I think we're going to lose a spade and the diamond by the looks of it. Because we've still got the king of diamonds to lose and the ace of spades. And we can't get rid of either of those losers, but we must draw trumps. There's no reason not to draw trumps. All we need is 1 club ruff in dummy. If we find they're 4-0, we will need to do something. But because we've got 9, so they've got 4, and we only ever need 1 trump in dummy to trump a club, although it could go away on a spade or a diamond as well. Right, so they both followed to 1 round. Right, so they throw the spade. We've got 1 more to get. It's that hand that we're a bit short of entries to, so let's draw it from here. Play the king of spades. I don't think. Oh, right. Let's see if they get around to playing the ace of spades then when I knock out the king of diamonds. So that was a singleton. See if they take their ace of spades at this point. They do. All right. And now the rest are mine. So this club can go away on the queen of spades, or I can take 10 of diamonds to the queen and throw it away on the diamond, or I can rough it. So they got their 2 aces, or their king of diamonds and their ace of spades, which we couldn't avoid. 60%, pretty much everybody's doing the same thing, I imagine. There's all these 450s, a couple of 420s, and somebody who presumably suffered a diamond rough on that move. Right, still in first place, 68.4%. Let's have a look. This is a 4-3-3-3. Don't like the shape, but it's 17 points. So it's 1 no trump, 2 diamonds from partner, which is transfer to hearts, so 2 hearts. 3 no trumps. Right, so this is the interesting question. Normally, when you have a 3-card fit with partner's 5-card major, you're going to play in 4 of the major. But we have a hand here that's 4-3-3-3. I've got no roughing values in the short trump hand. I'm not going to make any extra tricks by roughing in the short trump hand. Now, it may be that partner's got a singleton diamond and I need a diamond and knock out my ace. The run of the diamonds, if we're playing in hearts, the run of the diamonds could be stopped by a heart ruff. If they don't lead a diamond, if they lead a club or a spade round to me, I gain a trick. The odds are that there's the same number of tricks available in no trumps as there are in hearts. So unless there's a weakness, which is diamonds because I've got two stops in spades and clubs. And we can stop them cashing their diamonds by roughing them in hearts. The odds are that we'll have the same number of tricks. We're not going to be able to rough in this hand. So long as they can't run a long suit against 3 no trumps, we should make the same number of tricks, and no trumps will score 10 points more, which can make a big difference in match points in pairs. So I'm going to pass and play with 3 no trumps. And I don't want to see a diamond lead. Club lead is fine. Right, we see partner had pretty bad hearts. So we've got 3 spade tricks, 3 diamond tricks, 3 club tricks when I play low. So that's our 9 tricks. And then we just got to see what we can do with hearts. So I'm going to play low here and win the jack. Right, we want to play hearts from dummy and play for East to have the queen. We're going to lead the jack of hearts and run it, and then see if we get the queen. But basically, we're aiming to make 11 tricks, just losing 2 hearts, the same as we would do if we were playing in 4 hearts. I'm in my hand at the moment. I want to go to dummy. Diamonds looks like the safest suit in which to do it. Right. Then we're going to lead the jack of hearts, queen, king, ace. So we had 8 hearts between us. Here comes the 7. A heart, as I thought. But we have 6, 5, 4. So I'm going to unblock the 6. So we've had 2 rounds of hearts. We had 8, remember, between us. They had therefore had 5. One of them, East, had 1. West therefore had 4. And East was singleton was the queen. So what West had the ace, and he's led the 7 now. So they've got 2 left. And one of them is the 8. And the other one looks to be the 3. So we've got a finesse position. Because I played the 6 from here, we now have a finesse position in hearts. So I can come to my hand, which I might as well do safely by playing spades. And we can lead the 4 of hearts. There's the 8, the 9, and now the 5 of hearts is good. And I haven't miscounted. We are, the 2 of hearts is good, but actually I've got more than enough tricks now. Ace and king of clubs, king, queen of spades, ace, queen of diamonds. So I'm going to claim the rest of the tricks. And that should be very good, 96.4%. Because people are making 12 tricks in hearts, but they get 680, whereas we've got 690. So that 10 point, and see the people who made 11 tricks, those in no trumps got 660, those in hearts got 650. So they beat them as well. So people in no trumps got +2, got above average. People in 4 hearts +1 got way below average. So you need to think about that when they follow the transfer sequence. Normally, if you've got, and then, so they transfer to a major and then bid 3 no trumps, partner, not showing enough for game with a 5-card major. Normally, if you have 3-card support for partner, you will play in 4 of a major. But when you're 4-3-3-3, so there's no roughing values in the short trump hand, you should think about playing in 3 no trumps, because very likely you can make the same number of tricks in no trumps as you can in a major, and that scores 10 points more. And 10 points can be a lot of match points. So here you can see it's 18 between 4 hearts +2 and 3 no trumps +3, 12 tricks in those 2 suits. And between 11 tricks in those 2 suits, it's 28%. So always bear that in mind. Don't just automatically correct to 4 of the major if you have a 3-card support if you've got a very flat hand. Right, on to the last board. Partner has opened the bidding, and we have a fairly big hand, 7, 6, 13, 17. We've got 18 points opposite partner's opening bid. So we're still in the lead, but we need to be thinking about slam here. We've got a diamond fit, but we need to see if partner can support hearts first. Diamonds, we've got first round control of every suit apart from diamonds. Partner might only have 3 diamonds, of course. So I think we don't quite have enough to do this bid. Rebiddable hearts, 17 plus total points. My hearts really aren't quite good enough for that, and the robot doesn't really bid too effectively after a sort of this Solway jump ship. The only place I've ever seen it playing is by the robots. So I think here I'm just going to bid 1 heart. And the robot supports this to 2 hearts. Right, so now we're interested in what's their diamond holding. We're going to play in hearts, we might still play in no trumps. But can we cube it? Let's see what. 3 clubs is probably a game try suit. Yeah, I thought so. 4 clubs is a splinter, so I've got 1 club and 5 plus hearts. That might persuade them to cubid diamonds. So I'm going to do that, even though we shouldn't splinter. Generally, if you're playing with humans, don't splinter with a singleton ace, because partner will devalue their king X, the rogue, or their queen XX. That might be worth a trick. So don't do this with good players. So they cubid 3 plus diamonds, got the ace of diamonds. Right, so that now we know they got the ace of diamonds. We can find out if they got the king of hearts. So we can should be able to bid 4 no trumps as Blackwood for hearts. And 5 hearts says they got 2 key cards without the queen of hearts. 2 or 5 key cards. So we got the ace of diamonds, they got the king of hearts, they've got 4 hearts. What we want to know is, do they have any more kings? And by bidding 5 no trumps, we have all the key cards, and I have the queen of hearts. So let's see if they've got the king of diamonds. No, they don't have the king of diamonds. They might still have the king of spades because no king below hearts. So they don't have the king of clubs. They don't have the king of diamonds. They do have the ace of diamonds. They could have the king of spades. They open the bidding. The king of hearts and the ace of diamonds are only 7 points. So they got at least 4 more somewhere. Could be the queen of clubs and the queen of diamonds, the worst. Could have the king of spades. Anyway, 6 hearts looks like a safer contract than 6 no trumps. 6 no trumps might make, but a club lead would certainly likely put it in danger. Because remember, the robot doesn't have the king of clubs. So we definitely have a weakness in clubs for no trumps. So we're going to play in 6 hearts and we'll just pass. And wait for what partner puts down. And it does have the king of spades. Right, so we're missing the king of diamonds. It's on a finesse. 9 of diamonds makes it likely that it's not working. So, is everybody bidding 6 hearts here? Probably. Have they really led the 9 of diamonds from king, 9, 8, something? I don't think so. I think king of diamonds is offside, and the risk of this being a singleton diamond is too great to chance a very remote chance of the finesse. So we're going up with the ace of diamonds. Going to draw trumps. We've got 9, remember, so they've got 4. That's 2 of them gone. They only had 1. So maybe the diamond was. I'm going to. finishes galore. I can leave a heart there, so I can rough. In fact, I'm going to rough it in my hand. We'll just win this last trump, and 10 of diamonds. Maybe they did lead it in king 9-8. No, king was offside and it wasn't singleton, so we can win the ace of clubs. And now we've got the 3 spades, 2 diamonds, and I can rough the club in this hand. So we're making 6 hearts. Should be with a lot of people, but should be above 50%. 980, 57%. Everybody's bidding it. We can't see the other tables at the moment. We did finish in first place with 70%. But so there's just the one hand I'm cursing about is this one here, board 5. I should have made 1 no trump plus 2, which on board 5, that would have been 92%. So that would have gained me almost 40% in total, which over 8 boards would have meant I got 5% more, 75%. So I would have won comfortably. But that was the only one where I think I really went wrong. That 4 heart one. Oh, that was, I could have, that was where I wish I'd doubled that 2 spades. I just didn't think that the robot would pass it. But that I knew that would be a good score. That could be a penalty double. So I'll come back to my table. Can I see how many people bid 6 hearts now? Yep. Almost everybody apart from the people who bid 7 hearts. And they got deservedly a very bad score. When you bid a Grand Slam, you need to be able to pretty much count 13 tricks, because not only do you get a penalty if you go down, but you lose all your slam bonus. So at imps, it's massive, but even at match points, you can see it makes a big difference. And you were able to find out that you were missing the king of diamonds by using Roman key card Blackwood as the robots play. And certainly, if you're it's not a tremendous mental effort to play Roman key card Blackwood, and it does give you a lot more information than just ordinary Blackwood. It's well worth playing if you don't play it at the moment. So that was quite successful, 70% for a win. I hope you found that useful. There was quite a lot of counting there, particularly in this 3 no trumps plus 3, where we were able to establish that we could finesse the heart for the 12th trick. Keeping careful count there was worthwhile. What was the 12th trick, which was worth quite a lot of match points. So I hope that was useful. If it was, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and feel free to leave any comments below about it. Thank you to those people who did last time, particularly those who leapt to my defense after an uncomplimentary comment. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.